All right, welcome you guys to our May Coach Quick Start pop-up training. Every Tuesday I do a different type of pop-up, and this Tuesday it's your new coach training. It's your welcome training. It's to kick off this next 2 weeks together. So far, hopefully a couple things that you've already done. You're a part of the thread that we have on Facebook. This group used to be housed in the My Challenge Tracker app, and it's now being housed in a thread because My Challenge Tracker app is gone, and BOD Groups is a little wonky right now for what it's worth. And so I don't want to host it in there if it's not going to be like fluid for us, you know what I mean? So I figured the best way to get you guys the information this month would be through a message thread on Facebook. So number one, make sure you're in the message thread on Facebook. Number two, every day in that message thread, I will give you that day's assignment. Usually the video is anywhere around 10 minutes long, and there's a packet, a PDF that I added into the group, okay? The PDF packet is a new coach checklist. That checklist pairs exactly with the videos you're going to be watching. So you want to print that off because it's very interactive. The coach that goes through these trainings, her name is Ashley Feld-Dyson. I'm not reinventing the wheel. She has a phenomenal new coach, like 2-week, quick start to gather your thoughts around why you're a coach and how do you post on social media and what do you even talk about on social media? How do you invite? Who do you invite? She goes through all of that beautifully. So I literally just take her information and I'm passing it along to you guys. But that packet is so crucial because as she talks through it, she's going to reference the packet. And so I want to make sure that you have that physically printed off, not just something you're looking at off to the side every day, because you really will benefit so much greater. And I know there's coaches in this thread who've done it more than one time, done the quick start more than once, and they've done it once without printing the packet, and then they've gone back and actually printed it. And then they realized that printing it makes a world of a difference. So number one, make sure you're doing that. And then this coach kickoff call, I'm going to get through all the information, and then we'll open it up to questions. Next week will be solely based on questions. The best questions come when you're taking action. So I'm going to tell you right now that taking action on all of the assignments and really just going all in on trying what we're asking you to try for the next 10 days. If you need to catch up on the weekends. But if you really just invest in going all in day by day by day and trying everything we're asking you to try, I promise by next week, you're going to have some great questions. But if you aren't doing anything, if you're kind of a fly on the wall and you're just sitting there waiting for someone to kind of do it for you, for lack of a better phrase, number one, it's not going to happen. No one's coming to save you, right? The coolest part about this business is it's your business. You are literally now a business owner. So welcome, right? So let's dive in. This business is super simple. I'm sure before joining this, and even if you've been in this a while, you see on social media these affiliate programs where Fabletics, for example, if you become an affiliate with Fabletics, they will, maybe shout you out when you post about their products, when you share a link on your page and you direct people to purchase, via your link, you'll get a kickback. Coaching is basically like that, you guys, except we have a way better compensation plan, right? So we get way better commissions, and you have the opportunity as you're a coach to build a team and teach others how to do this with you and keep you accountable. And so this business is so simple. Literally how you see people on social media being affiliates and shouting out their favorite leggings or shouting out their favorite, headbands. Those are some things I shout out. My favorite headbands, my favorite leggings. I shout out. I have a skincare company that I partner with that I love shouting out. It's literally that easy. You're just shouting out the things you love. So this starts though with you taking care of yourself, and you have to share that journey along the way. Okay. And then it gets really fun when you bring others on with you. It's so much better together, right? So you might have realized, in my journey, I used to do these things all by myself. I do workouts by myself. I ran by myself, all the things. And most people don't stick with it long enough. It's the accountability factor. It's the doing this together. It's the community that literally is what keeps people around and keeps people stuck on their journey and making it truthfully into a lifestyle. Okay. So that's when it gets fun, is when you invite others to join you. The consistency and time of your vitals, which we're going to talk about here in a second, but your vital behaviors, it's another thing I asked you to print out for Quick Start, is literally your trackers. These are in the team page under files. you can access those, okay? But it's literally a checklist of everything you should be doing every single day to move the needle forward on helping others and also on helping take care of yourself, right? And the other thing that I really advise everybody is to stay plugged into your tribe, stay plugged into this training. If you've done this training more than once, I love it. Welcome back. This is you staying plugged in, right? This is you leaning into it. If you've done the training a long time ago and you're back, welcome back. I love it. This is you staying plugged in. This is you clinging to training. And if this is your very first time doing this, realize that because of those people I just shouted out, there's no shame in like just clinging to training, clinging to learning, being coachable, right? And that's something that's going to get you really far. Okay, so let's dive in. First and foremost, I tell every coach, the most weight anyone has to lose is not on their body. It's the weight between their ears, right? It's what we carry. It's our limiting beliefs. It's the things we've been told since we were little kids about what we should be or what we could do or what, you know, was acceptable. It's the opinions of others. That's what's weighing you down, right? I tell all my challengers all the time, if you can take care of your mental state, your mindset, your heart set, your weight's going to come off. Whatever you want to do physically is totally going to happen, but it starts between your ears. And so the current book that we're reading every month, we have a new pick. This month is called Fear is My Homeboy. It's so good. It's really good. And so Fear is My Homeboy is our current team-wide book club. Because you're a part of Inspire Beauty, because you're on our team, you are welcome to join these book clubs. All you need to do is buy the book. We have, get ready for it, another message thread. I know you're like, Brittany, why do you have so many message threads? It's how I communicate to you guys. It's the easiest way. But I have a message thread that our current book club people are in. And so whenever you read a chapter and you're like, oh my God, I love that chapter. I love this quote or whatever. My book just came in the mail. That's where you can talk to us about it, right? But also every Saturday, we take everybody who's in that thread and we get together on a little Zoom chat just like this. And we talk about what we're learning. We talk about what we're loving. And so this is the current team-wide book club. You are so welcome to join us. And if you're in May Team Challenge, this also counts for Team Challenge points this month. But mindset, you guys, that's the biggest question. When I have a coach who's struggling, there's two things I'm going to ask that coach. I'm going to say, how's your fitness? How's your personal development? Right? Like, how's your own journey? How is your health journey going? If your health journey is going phenomenally and you're still struggling, I guarantee there's something there in your mindset that just needs a little bit of a shift, a tweak, like go get them, right? It's kind of like turning on amazing music and then being amped up. This is like how I amp myself up for the day to be the best version of myself. Okay, so mindset, first and foremost. Second thing, this is newer this month and I want to make sure that I'm very clear about this because there's lots of things that happen on the team page and I think sometimes we either don't really realize that it's happening or we don't realize that we're invited to do it. And so every week these things happen and these are things that like are staples in my business that keep me connected to my community and also keep me thriving as a coach. Number one, every Monday, these are things you should write down right now, like in your calendar. Trust and believe, I write them every week in mine. Every Monday at 10 a.m. Central is what's called the National Wake Up Call or the NWC. Now I share it or another leader on our team will always share it to the team page, but the place you can find it and an awesome page to join or to follow, it's a follow page, is TBB Coach 411, Team Beachbody Coach 411. Can somebody write that in the chat? As well as Beachbody Champions, please. Someone who's in the loop, maybe Kristen or Amanda. Those are really awesome resources and pages that you can, so the TBB Coach 411 is a page to follow. It's all like upcoming news and whatnot. And this is where the National Wake Up Call is live every Monday, okay? But I always share it to our team page, so you can usually find it in the team page. Beachbody Champions, which they're also sharing in the chat thread, is a group you can join now that you're a Beachbody coach. And it's an awesome group that has so many amazing resources to keep you thriving in your business, okay? So those are two places that you can join. Okay, also on Mondays, we always have a weekly team training at 6 p.m. Pacific, hear me. Oh my gosh, I just went back 9 months of my life to when I lived in California. Old habits die hard. Okay, 6 p.m. Central Time is our weekly team training. And every week we have somebody sharing best practices. This is how you'll grow in your business. I see time and time again, new coaches they'll get on the new or the team training. They get on it. They're on it for one Monday. They're on it for 2 Mondays. Then their business isn't going as well as they thought it would. And they stop getting on the training. Like, what in the world? Like, this is what's going to help you advance forward. So make 6 p.m. Central a non-negotiable on Mondays, okay? Tuesdays, I always have a different pop-up training. You are part of the one right now. at 5:30. 6 p.m. Central Time is our weekly guided action hour. Every week, I will guide you through how to move the needle forward using this beautiful tracker, 1 hour at a time. Okay, Thursdays are paydays, as well as Celebration Thursday. So you'll notice always on Thursdays we celebrate, right? And so that's when we celebrate rank advancements. We celebrate people who are active in their journey. They're either an active coach or active in the business. We celebrate people who are growing their teams. We celebrate people who are growing their challenge groups and their boot camps and filling them up with new people, and hitting Success Club, which we'll talk about here in a second. So we celebrate everything, okay? Join in the celebration, right? And if you have somebody to celebrate as you're growing your team, or you are, expanding your clients, celebrate your people too. Like, it's not just, I love seeing like other coaches like Amanda and Kristen, they're getting in there and they're celebrating their team. That's not, you don't need permission to do that. Like the team page, you have permission, you can celebrate anyone that you want. And Thursdays are always like the most fun days for that, because on Thursdays we celebrate. You also want to check too, you guys, in your back office, and this is something you can jot down right now. If you go under Monitor My Business, so you sign into your Coach Online office, and when you get there at the top, you'll see a tab that says Monitor My Business. When you look at that tab, if you look at the very bottom, there's a My EFT Management button. If you click on that button, you'll be able to set up your direct deposit. You want to set up direct deposit as a coach, because if you get a paper check sent to you, it's awesome, but they take a percentage out. So I want you to get your full earnings and income every Thursday when you are making your money. So make sure you do that by signing up for your direct deposit. You go into your Coach Online office, that's coach.teambeachbody.com. And then once you're in the coach.teambeachbody.com portal, you log in, you go to Monitor My Business, and it's under My EFT Management, okay? Every Friday, we do a virtual sweat date, 7 a.m. Central, and every Saturday, like I said, is our book club coffee chat, unless otherwise noted. Sometimes we take Saturdays off in between. Okay, so that's staying in the loop. That's how you can stay connected to your team. Let's look at how we stay connected to our business, because as we go through this training for the next 2 weeks, you're gonna see Ashley's gonna ask us to invite people. She's gonna talk about posting on social media. Am I okay? Can you guys hear me? It says my internet's unstable. I'm good. Yeah? Okay. Sorry. So I want to make sure that you understand how to use this tracker and what some of this stuff means. So this tracker literally is your best friend. I have been in this business for 6.5 years. I believe myself to be a successful coach, have a successful team. I hit, the benchmarks that I ask you guys to hit. I hit them every month, right? I'm doing the things. I use the tracker every day. There's not a day that goes by that I don't literally use the tracker, right? And so I'm not telling you that this is something that's like, oh, this is good for you for like a day or a week. No, like 6.5 years into the business, I am still following a system, and it's what's breathing success into me. So if you're like, I want to know what she's doing so that I can do it, literally this. My suggestion for you, and you've probably seen when I hold mine up, is that I print off 52 copies, one for every week of the year. And I get it spiral bound at like a FedEx, Kinko's, Staples sort of store for literally dirt cheap. It's like $6 to spiral bind it. So cheap, right? So print off, literally print off as many copies to get through the rest of 2020 so that you can like be laser focused and organized. One of my favorite takeaways that some of our coaches have been sharing recently on different team calls is that it wasn't until they spiral bound their tracker that their business changed. So like literally success leaves clues. Don't just take it from me. There's other coaches who like literally believe that their business transformed when they spiral bound their trackers. Again, we're using this as a checklist. So I'm going to go through this. And again, if you stay on at 6 p.m. every Tuesday, right after this call is done, I'm going to guide you through this as well. Okay. Let's see here. And I said all that guided action. Okay, cool. So the first part, we've got what we call 4 vital behaviors. So the first vital behavior is be proof the products work. You're drinking your Shakeology, you're working out daily, you're logging it, right? You're checking that off. That one's so, for the most part, everyone on our team, that one is such a simple checklist for our coaches, right? Because that's usually what people come to love Beachbody for, is working out and eating well, okay? I'm going to skip number 2 and I'm going to get down to number 3. Number 3 says get people results. Now, you can't do number 3 unless you're inviting people, which is all of section 2. But in section 3, we help people get results. That's my favorite part of being a coach, you guys, is that when somebody buys something from me, I don't say, thanks so much, Karen, see you on the flippity flop. No, I say, hey, Karen, Let's do this together. And I help her achieve her goals. So this is an older PowerPoint or PDF or whatever I've put together presentation. And so it's missing a little thing that you'll notice on your new tracker. They actually have a respond to questions from customers and coaches. So if you see on the team page or you see in a message thread that someone asked a question, again, you don't need to be deemed Brittany Frost to answer that question. Anyone can answer questions, right? You don't have to wait for someone else to do it. If you know the answer, step in and answer it. I love when I see you guys step into leadership in that way, okay? So contributing to your challenge group, you can do that regardless if you have a team or not. And once you have one person to join you, you're contributing in there every single day and helping that person get results. Recognizing achievement, we talked about that. That's as simple as telling somebody you did amazing. That's as simple as getting on the team page after somebody got shouted out. Like today, we shouted out Annie for being on her way to Success Starter. We shouted out Leah for being on her way to Success Starter. That's literally getting on the team page, shouting them out, taking that picture, and then posting it on your story and shouting them out over there and celebrating them. Why not? No one knows they're not your personal coach. Fun fact, Annie's not my personal coach, and I shouted her out. Why? Because I love celebrating others when I see they're having success, right? So you don't have to be someone's coach to be able to recognize their achievement is basically what I'm trying to say. Okay, and then number 4 is the doing personal development, and we just talked about that mindset, right? And so you can check that one off. You're part of book club, you're doing personal development, you're reading the things, growing your mindset, right? Shaking off limiting beliefs. That's an easy one to check off. Number 2 is the chunk that I go over every week in our hustle hour. And this is the chunk that literally moves the needle forward. This is how you hit Success Club. This is how you hit rank advancements like Emerald and beyond. This is how you do the thing, right? If you're like, how do I earn a paycheck? Number 2 is how you do it. Now, number 1, number 3, and number 4 are very, very important. They're all important. But number 2, I find most coaches who are like, Brittany, I don't know how to hit Success Club. I'm really struggling. They're not doing number 2. And most specifically, and if you have your tracker in front of you, I want you to get out a highlighter, because this is what I highlight every week. I highlight initiate connections and add followers. I skip down and I highlight invite blank people to join a challenge group or learn about coaching. And then I highlight follow up with people you've invited. Those 3 things are what I tend to see coaches skip week after week after week. Right? They skip them. They don't initiate connections. They don't talk to people. They're not trying to be in the business of building relationships. And so therefore, no one else, it's reciprocated. If you're not willing to go out and connect with other people, what makes you think that they're going to want to connect with you, right? It goes both ways. And so I see coaches skip that. I see coaches get to this place where they're like, I don't know who else to invite because it's the same people watching my stories every day. It's the same people loving on my posts. Well, you're not getting out there and growing your following, right? Adding new friends, all the things. So that's really important. Okay, skipping down, inviting people, and following up. And we're going to be talking about that through the next 2 weeks. So by next Tuesday, I'm certain you're going to have questions for me in that regard. Okay, just know that that's normal, and I welcome the questions. I love them. We'll talk through that. Okay, and then also in there includes your social media posts, posting on Instagram stories, and they give you a checklist of things to post on your stories throughout the day that will help people build curiosity around what you have to offer as a coach. For example, your workout clips, what products you're using, the meals you're prepping, all the things, right? Okay, so this is your tracker. Hopefully you're like so sick of hearing me talk about the tracker, but the tracker literally is your new best friend forever. Okay. This tracker is going to get you to help people join your bod groups. Now, I used to have coaches who I'd say, yeah, you can add your people into my group, this and that. Now that we've switched over to bod groups, it's really not as easy for me to add your people into my groups or your coach to add your people. And so truthfully, I want you to embrace this idea that now that you're getting out there and reaching out to people and inviting them, the fun part now is that you get to support them. You get to bring them into your groups, and you get to have the creative capacity to make it whatever you want it to be. Your groups are the bread and butter of your business. And just remember that we're not one-on-one personal trainers. You don't have to have all the answers. We're literally holding out a toolbox and saying, here's all your tools. Now I'm going to do this with you, right? They have the tools. Beachbody created the coach opportunity, not because they needed someone to come in and give nutrition advice, not because they needed somebody to come in and, create a new workout or a new meal plan or anything like that. They created the coaching opportunity because People need support. So you get to motivate people, you get to love on people, you get to serve people, and you get to show up and crush your goals alongside of them, okay? Don't overthink this. I hear this so many times, you guys. People will tell me, Brittany, I can't run a group. I just have one person. If you have one person to help them. That one person, imagine if that one, like I think about it like this. Imagine if that one person was sitting in the conversation with us. Like if we were at coffee, you and I were sitting there and you were like, Brittany, I don't know. Susie's the only person I have in my group, so I don't really think I have anybody to help. And what if like Susie was sitting right there? She'd probably feel real craptastic at that point, right? Like Susie wants your help her. If you have one, you already have a group to fill. You don't need 100 to fill a group, and trust and believe that you're gonna want to practice coaching, practice running challenge groups on that one person, on those 2 people, on those 3 people, because you're gonna work out kinks. There's things that you might learn along the way to do better and improve as you go. So why would you wanna start with a mass amount of people and feel like, you know, you're not helping them the best that they need? Start small. It's okay to start small. That's how we all start. I know that this says use my challenge tracker. That's a dirty stinking lie. I didn't edit that. Use BOD Groups, which is now housed inside the Beachbody On Demand app, and it's super simplified. If you go into beachbodyondemand.com on your desktop, you're able to, you know, do your groups there and upload stuff and all the things. They're still getting some kinks out, but that's where you would go online to like get your posts scheduled and all the things. Okay, so right now, all I want you to do is decide when are you starting your next group and start inviting people to join you. Here's a great idea. It's Tuesday, May 12th. A great day to start your group is 2 weeks from now. And advertise that you're starting it on Monday, start on Memorial Day. In fact, you know what? Give people Memorial Day off because you know that they just want to party. Let them start on Tuesday, May 26th, right? 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks to advertise your group, to talk about your group, to invite people to join you. And it's as simple as saying, hey, I'm doing this program. I really need accountability. I'd love to do this together. Can I send you more info? It's literally that simple. Right now, this week, next week, you're going to be creating a mass list of over 200 names. Yes, you will. I promise you'll be able to find that many people to invite. And you're going to start reaching out to them. And it's that simple. Hey, I'm doing this program. I need accountability. Can you do it with me? Let's do it together, right? And that's as simple as it is. You don't have to have like this fancy script or anything. I will tell you though, being resourceful in this business is going to get you far. Everything, literally everything you need to be successful is out there on the internet. In fact, yesterday I did a power hour and I was like, this is such a great power hour. I was on a live one, right? And I was doing it with them. And I was like, this is so great. And then I went on YouTube this morning to go get yesterday's team training to post it on the team page. And lo and behold, what was in my face? The same power hour that I did yesterday that I was like, man, I wish I could share this with the team. Boom, it was already uploaded on YouTube. Everything is out there on the internet. I don't have an upline coach that mentors me. I don't have anybody that pours into me. I don't have anyone training me. I train myself. You know why? Because I know why I'm here. I know what this business means to me. And I know where I'm going with this, right? And so be resourceful. And like I said, lean on your teammates for questions, ideas. Never think that a question is too silly to ask. Never think that, you know, you're going to look dumb or anything. Like that's such an inner mean girl. And that's all that mindset stuff that we're just going to start to peel back on bit by bit together, right? So when you invite people and they sign up the way you enrolled, you with a challenge pack, right? Because that's the total package. So if they get their Shakeology challenge pack and they get their workouts and whatnot, maybe they sign up as a coach at the same time because, you know, they just want the discount or they want, you know, the incentive to earn extra money, right? You earn what's called Success Club, and every one pack you sell is worth 2 points, okay? There are rewards for this. There are monthly rewards that the company does. I give rewards for being a part of our team. They're trip rewards. I literally took my husband, whoop, whoop, I know, our trip this year was canceled. Coronavirus. There's so many rewards. And there's one of the best rewards. It's not this summer, because Coach Summit is canceled for this summer, but you saw on the team page today that Annie and Leah are in the running to earn a free ticket to Summit, but also the incentive is not just a free ticket to Summit, but they also get to be part of a coach test group for a brand new program when it launches. Before any of us see it, they'll get to try it behind the scenes. So cool, so freaking cool. And so those are the 2 incentives for hitting Success Club 3 times in your first 6 months. So if you started this month, if May, or let's say you started in April, if April was your first month, then you have April, May, June, July, August, September, you have those 6 months, and within those 6 months, you need to hit Success Club 3 out of the 6. So you notice that Leah has hit it 1 out of her 6, Annie's hit it 1 out of her 6. It's so doable. And I want all of you guys to be able to get that gift together and just to be able to freaking celebrate you guys. So those are a couple incentives. If you're one of these like, you know, reward, like gift driven kind of people, those are some rewards and gifts for you to go after. So your goals as we wrap up our time together today. Number 1, commit to completing a BOD workout program. In the chat right now, tell me what Beachbody On Demand workout program you are literally doing from start to finish right now. Share it in the chat. And if you don't have one that you're committed to, that's homework assignment number 1 tonight, is to literally go figure out what program you need to do. And I'm just going to give you a hint. 21-day fix would be a great one, right? It's 3 weeks. Like, just dive in. It's doable. Finish a program and share it from start to finish relentlessly, right? Every day you get out there and you share that journey. It's so much fun. And then you stay connected, right? Tag your coach in your daily workout posts. Tag each other so that you can use each other for accountability. Because when people see that community, that's what draws them in, right? Number 2 is stay connected to your team. So remember that schedule that I just gave us, and I will share that picture in our thread. But every Monday we've got National Wake Up Call. That's staying connected. Every Monday night we have a team training. That's staying connected. Tuesday pop-up Zooms, hustle hours. Anytime your teammates are sharing, hey, I'm going to pop on a hustle hour, join my Zoom link, get in on it, right? Fridays, when we do our live workouts, and Saturday book clubs, stay connected to your team, right? Remain coachable. Like I said, everything is out there, but you got to remain open to learning it and be willing to not know everything yet. Been in this business a long time and I don't have all the answers, but I'm willing to go learn them. So that's what I ask of you. Stay coachable, stay open. Number 3, your other goal is this month, I want you to help 3 people get started on their journey. Okay. And number 4 is not really relevant right now, but it will be soon. When summit tickets go on sale for 2021, when we figure out when that's going to be and what that looks like, get your ticket to summit. Commit to being here with us, live events with us. Commit to like leaning into this team. Getting to my very first summit changed everything for me. I almost didn't go. And if I hadn't gone, I wouldn't be here today. And if I'm not sitting here today, like, this is the ripple effect that you have the potential of doing. If I didn't go to that summit and I wasn't sitting here today, I guarantee none of you guys would be sitting here doing this as well. It starts with one person. This team started with me all by myself. And I had the audacity to post something and invite somebody. And then I had the audacity to show up again the next day and do the same thing. And then I had the audacity to show up again and again and again. And yes, I faced failures. I faced disappointments. I faced rejections. I faced people quitting or people refunding, returning things or whatever. Like, that's normal, right? But in the face of all that, I leaned into the team. I stayed coachable. I worked on my mindset. And I just kept sharing my journey relentlessly. And now 6.5 years later, I'm just literally sitting here so glad that I've never given up. And I want that same thing for you too. So like I said at the bottom, it's literally just a wash, rinse, repeat business. The most successful coaches are the ones who are the most consistent over time. And that's what I want to help you figure out in the next 2 weeks and beyond.